are your 3-card messages for today. The King of Cups is really encouraging you to really tap into any kind of creative endeavors that you have. Take a look back and, really weigh your options, right? What feels right to you? What feels right to you? I also feel like any kind of relationships that you're in right now, maybe you're dealing with a relationship, a marriage, it's really asking you to take a very emotionally balanced approach. Speak from your heart. Also be willing to listen to the other person. Practice reciprocity, right? So make sure that it's not just about you, but that that it's balanced. Okay. Empathy. I feel like, everyone has their own demons that they're fighting, right? Maybe there is something more deep, whether it's a work situation, whether it's a romantic relationship, there's something more that's there that the person wants to share. But in order to do so, you have to do it with an open mind. And I feel like you also have to do it coming from a place of empathy and compassion. Okay. Also, make sure that you are very in control with your emotions, right? Making sure that it's not from a place of ego. Okay, so that's the recommendation with the King of Cups. Make sure that you feel heard and validated, but that you're also reciprocating that for the other person that you're dealing with. Let's see what the next message is. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so for this one, I feel like some of you might be a little bit indecisive, not knowing, what maybe approach, what to choose, what direction to go. There's a fear there or a lot of decisiveness. Okay, so for this one, the recommendation here is just make sure that you really take a step back and don't make any decisions that you are not completely sure of. Okay, so take your time, really write down a list, or like a pro cons list, or just a list of everything that you already know and that you're sure about. That's really going to help you figure out what steps to take, right? Maybe you don't know, right? Maybe there's a couple things that you want to weigh your options before you make any decisions. Don't make any haste decisions without really planning, without really looking at everything, right? So let's say there is this new amazing job offer that you're being presented, but you're not really sure, something doesn't feel right. Don't rush into it unless you read all the fine print. Okay, and I feel like that's the recommendation with this one. You really want to make sure that, if you're thinking of moving somewhere, right, if you're thinking of leaving a job, or you're thinking of certain relationship, but you're not really sure, you're still kind of like indecisive with all of these things, there's a reason why you're not completely sure. Maybe it's not the best course of action for you to take right now, right? We have to weigh all of our options. So definitely write everything down. I feel like that will really help you navigate and think about what you should do. Maybe you need to break down your goals into smaller goals. Maybe you have to speak your mind. You really have to go back and forward with your company, or with your boss, or with your partner, your significant other. You have the clarity that you need to take those steps. And the next and final card is the Ten of Pentacles. It's a beautiful card. Okay, beautiful card. Now with this card, the message for you really is about money related matters. What I'm getting here is that I feel like you really need to continue to invest or dedicate the time in that creative project, which is what we were talking about earlier with our King of Cups, right? In that passionate thing that you have, right? It's gonna bring you in a lot of success, but I feel like you really need to invest the time, the dedication, the energy, contribute to this goal, contribute to this, so that you are able to see the fruits of your labor. Okay, now I also feel like in order for this to come to fruition and for you to get the results that you want and to see this success happening, something that you've probably been working on for a really long time. I also feel like some things that are no longer serving you need to be released, okay? But overall, what I'm getting with this card, especially my earth signs, if there is something that you've been working on, you've been brewing, that you've been working on for such a long time, it's about to take effect. It's about to become a success, okay? So get ready, it's coming. And yeah, let me know if these messages resonated for you. How so? Leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.